Hey everyone, welcome to the Bruce Williams channel. I got a viewer question from Mark in Spain that really actually made me laugh when I read it. You have the opportunity to buy the Rolex James Cameron Deep Sea, blue gradient dial, chunky, beautiful, cool as can be, crazy water resistance that you would never ever come close to utilizing in your life. Or at the same time, you're offered a special edition Omega Planet Ocean that's limited to 73 units worldwide. It's crazy looking, it's bold, it's beautiful, and what would you choose? I think I know the answer to what most of you would choose for this, but I want to tell you what Mark did. Again, it made me laugh, it made me smile, and I think there's a good message we can take from this experience. So Mark says, this journey started with that itchy feeling we horologists get when it's time for a new watch. We pick up our phones and are constantly on Chrono 24 or YouTube trying to get watch ideas. I have to say that I am a huge Omega fan and I own several models, but my wife said, why don't you buy something different? So after much toing and froing, I decided to go with the Rolex James Cameron Deep Sea Sea Dweller in blue. I visited my local Rolex authorized dealer and they told me impossible, wait lists, etc. And they tried to sell me other models that I didn't want, including Tudor, which really aren't bad watches, but my mind was set on the James Cameron. I have to say I was a little miffed, but I did not give up. I called another Rolex authorized dealer about 80 kilometers away and spoke directly with the owner, who told me that with them, there are no waiting lists and that the next deep sea James Cameron that came in would be mine. Shock! Oh my goodness! Excited wasn't even the word to describe it. 3 months later, I received that call to say that the watch would be here on Saturday, roughly a week away. 2 days later though, my Omega authorized dealer called me to say that I should come into the boutique and view something special and that it was the only one available in Spain where I lived. Excited! So I went and saw the Planet Ocean and fell in love. Now the decision was difficult. Rolex James Cameron Deep Sea or the Omega Planet Ocean Volvo Ocean Race limited edition of only 73 units worldwide. After several sleepless nights, I went for the Omega, knowing that there were only 73 of them and that it would be difficult to obtain one later and no doubt more expensive, knowing that I could get a James Cameron another time. By the way, here we are 12 months later and my James Cameron will be here sometime in 2020. Happy days. We'll also send you some pics of that when it comes in. Kind regards, Mark. Now, the thing that I really enjoyed about Mark's email is he gives zero thought to what other people think he should be doing. Because I would say most of you watching this video would say, hey, you should have bought the desirable stainless steel James Cameron Deep Sea, and Omega comes out with a limited edition every 12 seconds. So you should have passed on that one. And you know what? I applaud Mark for going with what he fell in love with. He was smitten by this limited edition Omega that was only done in 73 units worldwide. He's got the only one in Spain. I think we can gloss over some of those really cool elements that, you know what? He's not going to meet anybody in his lifetime that's going to be wearing that exact same watch if he goes to a watch event. You know what? He's got something really unique and very powerful, very bold, and obviously he loves it. And I know there's going to be probably some keyboard warriors in the comment section of this video that will poo-poo on Mark for his decision and say, you should have bought this Rolex stainless steel that's made by angels in heaven and nothing else is worth even looking at. And that is so boring. That is so boring. It's one of the things that I think is wrong or a problem with our watch community when it comes to collecting. We get too judgmental on what someone else does with their own money, their own wrist, and it does not affect us one iota. And we also likewise can get a little bit swayed and influenced by groupthink, what we believe we should be collecting. If Mark was listening to the consensus on a Watch You Seek thread or here in the YouTube comments section, he probably should have bought the James Cameron, right? That's what everyone or a lot of people would be saying that he should have done. But he didn't go with that. He went with his gut. He bought a watch that he loves, that he identified with. And for that, I applaud him. You know, we need to be less influenced by what other people think we should be doing with our own money and just more relaxed, more loose, and having a better time in this crazy watch hobby, when we get the new watch itch, buy something that we will really identify with. And who cares what anybody else thinks, what we do with our own watch purchases. So anyways, I just thought that was cool. I really applaud Mark. I think he went with a great choice. And likewise, if it was flipped, I would also applaud him. If he really wanted a Rolex an Omega limited edition, and then he was offered a James Cameron and he fell in love with that and he ended up buying that, I would say good for you for buying the thing that you really identified with. I think we should all be doing that a little bit more here in the hobby and being less influenced by strangers, by talking heads on YouTube, by forum threads, by brand prestige and history, and really just taking our own individual path through this hobby and our collecting. So that's what I got for you today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.